Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League Remix, showcasing another very powerful team featuring Scrafty. Scrafty is actually ranked quite high in the Great League Remix meta, and it will be serving as the closer on this classic ABB line. And on the safe swap, we've got Sirfetch'd, one of the best safe swap options generally in just about any meta, as it has excellent coverage. It can grab shields or just outright flip switch. And also on the lead, we've got Cofagrigus to round out the team to mostly protect our two fighters from the very bulky Chrysalias that are often lurking in the Remix Cup. I actually ended up having a pretty solid day in the Remix Cup. It was a fun time. And here we go, pretty neutral lead, picking up a Whiscash here. Not sure what they could have in the back, but with a Mudboy on the lead, there definitely has to be some adequate grass protection. So that's what I'm reading. I'm thinking maybe ice. So with that sort of team read in mind, we're okay to absorb some damage here. The shields are generally going to be reserved for either Sirfetch'd or Scrafty, depending on which direction the battle goes. They tried baiting us with a mud bomb, and this is the blizzard. Indeed, it is. So we just fully sacked our Cofagrigus on the lead, and we come in to get ahead on energy with our Sirfetch'd. There is some grass protection in the back coming in the form of a Toxapex. So I was thinking ice, to be honest, guys, and I'm kind of kicking myself. I was not thinking about Toxapex. As heavy meta as it is in this Great League Remix, I should have definitely been thinking about Toxapex, but we grab a shield. So that is brilliant. I'm going to shield up their brine here, and we know that we will outpace. So we are happy to play out the ones just to get a little bit more damage in on this Toxapex, as it takes a bit of a team effort. This thing is about as bulky as it gets, and we grab the second shield. Holy smokes, makes me wonder what they have in the back. Really wish we could have gotten to that last Leaf Blade. It would not have KO'd, but it would have perhaps allowed Scrafty to farm down with resisted counters. They go for a brine here. We tank that all day. We're saving the shield. We don't know what's lurking in the back. There it is. It's a Shadow Alolan Sand Slash. Oh my goodness. Scrafty is gonna feast here, my friends. Holy smokes. Look how much that Power Punch did. And they don't even make it to a move. We wanted to throw a Power Punch just to not allow them to make it to a move, because we knew that this was close to a move. And yeah, that worked out beautifully. We take out the Toxapex, sweeping the game with good old Scrafty. You love to see it. Good game, well played. I always have a fun time whenever I can use Scrafty. It can be so strong as a closer. And here we go, Shadow Dragonite. Holy smokes. No respect for Carbink whatsoever, this trainer. Holy smokes. Who's running flyers in this meta of all metas? My goodness. They go Dragon Claw. We shield that, and they dip into a Steelix. So we're going to meet this with our Sirfetch'd, or excuse me, our Scrafty. We don't want Sirfetch'd on this because we don't want to have to tank super effective Psychic Fangs or have to give up shields here. We're actually resisting the Psychic Fangs, and the Dragon Tails, they do add up after a while, but yeah, this is a pretty clean matchup for Scrafty. We do go for the foul play so that we can go for the full farm down and have a move ready for the Dragonite that's undoubtedly going to look to come back in on our fighting type Scrafty here. And they are waiting down their switch clock for some reason. Okay, so they do come in with the Dragonite here. So now we're going to put pressure on them. They will likely shield this, as Shadow Dragonite is about as squishy as it gets. And we do successfully grab the shield, but we tried to get out of there with a Power Punch. But my goodness, that Shadow Dragon Breath with stab is no joke, my goodness. And we go for the Shadow Ball here. We could easily bait here with the Dark Pulse, as they're undoubtedly going to shield their Dragonite. Shadow Dragonite trainers absolutely love shielding, and I don't blame them because this thing is quite squishy. But we're not going to return that shield. We're going to save it for Sirfetch'd, and oh my goodness, another Alolan Sand Slash in the back. Oh my goodness, you absolutely love to see it if you've got two fighters. Good game, well played to them. The Scrafty team was putting in a lot of work in the Remix Cup. It was a lot of fun. And here we go. Emolga lead. You don't often see these. And to be honest, I was kind of stumped. I don't know why anyone would want to run this in this meta as it stands now. But here we are. We definitely tank an acrobatics, so we're going to let this go. We very rarely shield our Cofagrigus unless we have to win lead or put in some work on the lead. Get a bait because we know that this thing is about as squishy as it gets. They let that go. Very interesting. So we put in enough work here to where I think Sirfetch'd can come in and actually farm this thing down with resisted counters. They are not going to make it to a move. We counter it down with resisted counters. That's how squishy Emolga is. And that's a major obstacle out of the way for our two fighters. I'm thinking there's no way they are ABA flying. So here we are with a... almost said Riolu. Holy smokes. Lucario. My goodness. The Riolu hatch day is on my mind, friends. And we're looking pretty good here. Holy smokes. We've got this thing past half health with just fast move pressure alone. And we wanted to shield to get rid of that thing. And there's another steel type in the back. So we are in cruise control here, my friends. Gonna throw this Night Slash here. Grab the final shield and just go for the next one immediately. Throwing with awful timing. You will want to throw one, then your move, but we knew that we didn't have to. It's over. We knew what we had. They did not, unfortunately, and it was not going to happen. Another steel type in the back for Scrafty to feast on. Good game, well played to them. So as you can see, guys, if they have a steal in the back, it's generally lights out for them. It's a thing of beauty. Here we go. What's not a thing of beauty is that lead right there. Shadow A slash. We go into Sirfetch'd, and they make a play into a Jellicent. So they might be a bit core broken by Sirfetch'd. We don't throw with proper timing there. We got so excited to fake a Brave Bird that we didn't throw with proper timing, but that is okay. We're going to let this... Or no, we're actually going to shield to see what they want to do. They may want to preserve the shields, but not likely with a lead like that. They kind of have to flip switch here. And you can make a strong argument that we should be fighting harder for switch here as well because we do outpace them. But we're actually just going to let this go. We played out the ones. The reason why is because we have Scrafty in the back, and it can handle that A slash as well. We're going to look to farm this thing down, but not before they make it to a Shadow Ball. We're not willing to go down on shields. We know that we survive it. That is brutal. And they have a Cresselia in the back, so I'm thinking, oh, this is over. This is over, but... that looked like a CMP tie, my friends. We're going for this foul play. They can definitely tank this. And if that is a CMP tie, and it indeed is, that means they're not running Moonblast. Holy smokes. Why would you not run Moonblast? Grass Knot is not going to cut it in this matchup. My only guess is for Toxapex, but if you've got an A slash and a Jellicent, I think you can afford to not run Future Sight on Cresselia in this meta, and it is over. Not running Moonblast for them lost them the game, unfortunately. Good game, well played to them. Yeah, guys, if you're going to run Cresselia, I think unless your team absolutely needs it, definitely go Moonblast. And here we go. Quagsire, a very neutral lead here for us. It's not a Shadow, so obviously won't be doing nearly as much damage, but it is bulkier, so we do have to keep that in mind. They go for the Stone Edge. That's going to do more raw damage here on us. No big deal. We tank that all day. No problem. We're going to fire off the Shadow Ball and see what they want to do here. They shield. That's brilliant. We'll take that. No problem. And we're just going to put the pressure on. We arguably should be swapping out, but it's fine. I think we're going to do okay. They're going to go for the Mud Bomb. We live that because we are quite bulky, and we're going to put some heavy pressure on this Quagsire here. That does not KO, of course, and now it's Sirfetch'd time. We didn't want to come in on a loaded Quagsire because this thing gets to the Mud Bombs quite fast, but we do know that we tank one. Does half of our health. Holy smokes. And they've got a Pidgeot in the back. Down a shield. Hopefully they're not counting, because if they are, they will know that this is not a Brave Bird. But I don't know if we would have quite made it. Yeah, we could have made it. But that's okay. We grabbed the shield. That was the goal. Now Scrafty up 2 shields, although at a type disadvantage should do just fine here, guys. Scrafty quite bulky. One of the bulkier fighters in the Great League format. It's going to shield this out of caution. It is the massive Brave Bird. That would have been lights out. How awful would it have been to go down with 2 shields, no shielding a potential Brave Bird, and they've got another Alolan Sandslash in the back. Nice shiny non-shadow A-Slash. We tank this. Easiest no shield that I can recall in a very long time. We tank that all day, no problem, and we farm down. We are boosted. We wanted to boost on that A-Slash and be able to get to this foul play here. I'm thinking this should just about put this thing out of its misery here, and it does. Scrafty up against the Pidgeot. No problem, guys. We close strong with Scrafty. Good game, well played. I gotta say, my eyes lit up seeing how highly ranked Scrafty was because I really, really enjoy running it. And here we go. Shadow Golbat, actually pretty good in this meta. They do win CMP tie, so we do have to tread lightly here. This is probably one of the worst flyers for our backline. So we are going to stay in here and do what we can to either get this thing low or take it out outright. Grabbing shields is also very nice. So we're going to look to go for another move here. They try to catch on a Dugong, so this is beautiful, giving us switch. They don't know what we have in the back, and they actually have a decent matchup against Cofagrigus because they win CMP tie. So we're going to align Scrafty here because Sirfetch'd can get to Night Slashes a lot faster, or not a lot faster, at the same rate as Scrafty, and that can at least hit the Golbat for neutral damage. And we're just going to go for a power-up punch to boost our attack. I'm not expecting a shield here, and we get 1 counter out of the deal as well, leaving with a move stored. Boosted foul play is quite threatening for this Golbat. They let it go. Beautiful. So that's brilliant. We'll take that all day. They are putting a lot of hope and faith into an S-Cavalier we see here. So rather than go for the foul play and grab a shield, we're actually going to go for the boosted neutral counter damage because we were twice boosted at that point, and that did a lot of damage. Look at how low Scrafty got this thing. So now we don't even need to reveal our third here. We're just going to shield this and might even be able to farm this thing down. Yeah, it was not trending in the right direction for our opponent. They do top left. Good game. Well played to them. Guys, I'm telling you, I could not believe how many flyers I was seeing in this meta. Like the one we see here, it's a Dragonite. People, very, very brave trainers today in the Remix Cup, knowing that Carbink is a possibility, that it does exist and can be run in this meta. It was insane to see. So they're committed to staying in here, and we are not committed to shielding. So we're going to let this go, because we can come in with Sirfetch'd and outpace. We will have to give up a shield because they have overloaded quite a bit. They got to the back-to-back. So this will get our shield back, and we will outpace them to a neutral Night Slash. They don't stick around for that. They've got a Toxapex in the back. So this is not looking too good. That Dragonite took out our only Toxapex answer on this team, although Sirfetch'd can put in some work here. With these neutral, hard-hitting Leaf Blades, they don't have stab, but a lot of times they certainly seem like they do with as hard as Sirfetch'd hits. We do have to shield up the brine and get in some more damage here on this Toxapex. So after they threw that and after we got this off, we arguably should get the heck out of here, but we decided to stay in to get more damage in. The reason why is because we are now in an awkward range, and we're going to have to tank a Sludge Wave anyways on our Scrafty. But staying in might not have been a bad play either, because we would not have had to have taken the Poison Jab damage on top of the Sludge Wave, and they've got a Diggersby in the back. Shields are down, and Scrafty is just not healthy enough to do anything here. This was a brutal team for us. Pretty rough team. The Dragonite on the lead was very rough. Has a strong neutral matchup against our Cofagrigus, and it dominates our fighters. They're running Hyper Beam. We're not making it to a Leaf Blade, and it didn't matter if we did anyways, because we would have fainted to a Dragon Breath. And of course the game lags to really rub it in and really remind us how brutal this team was, as they do take us out. Yeah, that was a rough one, but a good game, well played to them. So like I said, guys, had a very, very solid day. I ran this team and I ran a second team. That's how well I did. The second team you guys will hopefully see tomorrow. And here we go. Charizard lead. They did not even build up to a Blast Burn. There's no way we're shielding a Dragon Claw. Not going to happen, trainer. You got to at least build up to it. And they make a play into a Whiscash. So we arguably could have thrown the Shadow Ball just to make this a little bit more comfortable. It's already pretty comfortable for Sirfetch'd, but and they do shield. They don't want to go down with energy. I was thinking that maybe they would go down with energy as Shadow Charizard trainers love to shield, and they absolutely have to shield. But yeah, they are at another one. So we will shield this one and look to get rid of the Whiscash. So that's why throwing that Shadow Ball could have been a good idea, especially being so slow to swap. I think if we were going to be that slow, we should have at least gotten some chip damage in, because now we don't make it to a move on this Charizard here. But that is okay. We do have the energy, and this is just another Dragon Claw. Not shielding Dragon Claws, trainer. That is not going to happen. It makes me wonder if they even have Blast Burn. They may be running something like Overheat or something. Who knows? That's the only reason I can think of, and to let it go. So maybe they weren't running Blast Burn, but we've got bigger fish to fry. They've got a Toxicroak in the back. Holy smokes. That is awful for our Scrafty, but we're going to do what we can here. Going for the resisted foul play. That still does quite a bit of resisted damage. Toxicroak, not known for its bulk, especially in the Great League formats. And seeing how much work Scrafty put in, look at the work Scrafty put in. We got this thing into the red. We're double resisting this fast move pressure. We shield this and we farm down. That is the play. That is the win con. And they are not making it to another move. And they go down with a shield. Holy smokes. What a way to end off the video. My goodness. That is the team, my friends. I was quite pleased and quite surprised to see how that one played out. Scrafty, no joke. I'm telling you guys, my goodness. A lot of trainers will often think that Scrafty is not as bulky as it is, but it's actually quite bulky. Those of you who play Scrafty in the Ultra League will know, but yeah, it does maintain quite a bit of that bulk in the Great League as well. And it serves as an excellent closer. I'm a massive fan of Scrafty as a closer. You lead with a Ghost type to protect it from the Cressalias, which are pretty prevalent in this meta. And there are few better answers to Cresselia in this meta than something like a Cofagrigus. And you round that out with a very strong safe swap option that is very good at getting shields, that being Sirfetch'd. Guys, that's a recipe for a lot of success in the Remix Cup. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.